So I was talking to my grandma the other day, and she told me to go to the grocery store and buy her some baby food. I said, "Grandma, you're 85 years old. You are not a baby." She stared at me and said, "Prove it." My question today is my grandma a baby? Just kidding. I'll cut right to the chase. My question today is, how old is the Earth? Is the Earth a few thousand years old or a few billion? Are you compromising the authority of the Bible to believe Earth is billions of years old? Are you denying science to believe it is a few thousand? And why does Adam Sandler keep making movies? These are all questions that have plagued the Christian church for centuries. As Christians, we believe that God has revealed himself through the Bible. And to properly understand the Bible, we must translate the words, discern their meaning, check for consistency with other passages, and have that work reviewed and validated by other scholars. But God has also revealed himself through creation. And to properly understand creation, we must take data, propose models, test the models with future data, check for consistency with other areas of study, and have that work reviewed and validated by other scholars. Now, here's the key. If God is who he says he is, his two revelations will never be in conflict. They can't, by definition. However, if our interpretations of the Bible and science are in conflict, then we have errors, either in our systematic theology or in our scientific investigations, or in both. So let's apply this knowledge to the question of the Earth's age. The main Bible passages that tell us about the creation of the earth are obviously Genesis 1 and 2. In these passages, the Bible tells us that the earth was created over the course of 7 days. Historically, the most popular interpretation of the creation days is that they were 7 consecutive 24-hour periods. Using the genealogies found in Genesis, many Bible scholars calculated the Earth's age at 6,000 to 10,000 years. But for the last 100 years, the scientific data seems to overwhelmingly indicate that the Earth has been around for at least 3 to 5 billion years. Clearly, one of these interpretations of the Earth's age must be wrong. Christians who advocate for an old Earth view think that the science is not wrong, but that the error is in how we have historically interpreted the words in Genesis. Specifically, the answer resides in the fact that the word used for day in the creation accounts doesn't have to be interpreted as a literal day. It's kind of like when I say that I have friends. I obviously don't mean literal friends. Note that old Earth people don't get to say, well, science says the Earth is old, so we have to reinterpret the Bible. Instead, they must argue that because the science is pretty strong, let's make sure we have our Bible interpretation correct, but they still must abide by the well-developed process of interpreting different forms of literature. Those advocating for a young Earth view argue that the biblical data clearly points to a 24-hour day interpretation, and that the reason the Earth looks old is because God created it to look old, much like how he would have created Adam and Eve as adults, not babies, so that they would have looked older than they actually were. But young Earth people don't get to say, well, the Bible says the Earth is thousands of years old, so we must reject the science. Similar to old Earth people, they can question the science interpretation, but they still must abide by the well-developed process of interpreting creation. There are many issues in Christianity where faithfulness to the Bible leaves no room for disagreement, but at the end of the day, both young Earthers and old Earthers hold the Bible in high regard and are trying their best to understand what it is really trying to say. So we can disagree and still be fully devoted followers of Christ. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, leave a comment below, and let us know if there's anything you disagree with. For more information, check out Reasons to Believe at reasons.org.